Welcome to episode number 2 of You're a Noob, and here's why. In this episode, we got Azalar 740 against AZ 6161, who's 700, and they're playing Nomad. Let's see what happens. So Azalar is the one that posted the record game. He was the only sub who posted the record game, so he got priority. So we're looking at his record game in this episode. Right. He's got what does he have? He's got Spanish. A great. Oh my goodness, what a TC there. Against Franks. So Spanish against Franks is quite a good matchup for Franks. For Spanish, because the Franks don't really have a lot of options against the conquistadors. Now, number one, your TC is great. I like that. I would, however, use one of the villagers. Let me just go back real quick. Where were your villagers? Okay, so this villager that's near the water here, use this one to make a dock, and use the other two to make the TC. And for the blue player, I'll give him a tip as well. Don't make your TC like in the middle here. Make it next to the forest. So you can take wood without making a lumber camp there. But okay, it's not a huge mistake. If you make the dock right away after you're done making the TC. Alright. Is there a way I can move? I can also move with the mouse. What's the most efficient way? I'll just move like this. You can right click and move. Okay, this is the nicest way, I guess. Do you explain a spreadsheet build order? I don't know the exact, I'll be honest, I don't know the exact build order on Nomad, especially because it's a map where the build order changes a lot. Like sometimes you have a boar here, sometimes you have no boars. Basically, if you have food, you take the food just as much as you need to keep making villagers, and all the other vills should be on wood so that you can make more fishing ships, if that makes sense. Now, if you don't have any food, you add more to wood and you make fishing ships faster. So neither of you made a dock, which is a big mistake on Nomad, because the fish actually, the fishing ships collect food really, really quickly, so you should always make them. Plus, there's a ton of fish here, right? So after, I don't know, you make one fishing ship for 75 wood, that fishing ship might take, I don't know, 1,000 food. Yeah, so instead of the mill here, make a dock. I'll actually make the dock at the start, and you don't have to make the mill. And basically, you add more to wood, and you're making fishing ships. What is the minimum amount of villagers on food you need to keep the TC producing? I think on boar, you probably need like 3 at the start. But once you get a few fishing ships out, you don't need any, right? But you should still have a few, because eventually you do want to gather too much food, basically, to click up the feudal age. But yeah, I rarely do a mill in Dark Age on Nomad. It's just not needed. The second building is usually either a mining camp, or yeah, if you need the second building, if you got a TC like this where you don't need the mining camp, then maybe I would do a mill, but probably on deer. Deer is just fast to collect. And you can, because you made a mill, you can then make a market. You're not really scouting. So if you don't have any sheep, I suggest you use one villager to scout a little bit. Like make a house here, then walk around, make a house here, and eventually you'll find some stuff like this boar here. You would probably find that. You're now making a dock. That's good. Wish it was before, but it's better late than never. The enemy is, however, taking a boar. But yeah, you're gonna have a big advantage because you're going on water and he's not. Gonna fast forward a little bit. There's not a lot happening. I see that you idle your TC a little bit. Make sure you don't do that. Try to limit that as much as you can. And if you run out of food, that happens sometimes on Nomad. Just make the loom. You're gonna need it eventually. Better than to have the idle TC. So yeah, that's way too many on berries. You should have more on wood and keep producing the fishing ships. Also one little mistake here. So when you make the fishing, yeah, you're taking the wrong fish. So the shore fish, the fishing ships gather the food from the shore fish slower than they do from the deep fish, like a snapper, or what is this? Also a snapper. Okay, or salmon, right? So always use your fishing ships on the big ones, and make your dock next to the shore fish, and you can take the shore fish with your villager, because villagers actually take food from the shore fish quite fast. I think it's faster than taking a boar, actually. Fishing ships from the shore fish. Dan says, fishing ships from the shore fish is the slowest food income in AoE 2. Okay. Yeah, so you should always try to avoid that. Villagers on the shore fish, however, is really fast. I don't think you need to wall that. Doesn't do much, right? If he comes here, you'll just kill him with the TC. You're now just limiting your way out. Bielo says there's another thing slower than the gather rate from fishing ships. It's actually his farms and the way he places them. All right. Yeah. This is really slow compared to if you use those two there. Yeah, and you should always, like, there's a lot of food on Nomad. If you just scout around with your villager, and then once you find the sheep like your enemy did, then you scout with the sheep. But yeah, there's a lot of resources, so you should always, in Dark Age, you should take the natural resources and not actually make any farms. He's already up. So you got a lot more villagers along with fishing ships, but yeah, you're just way too late to go up. And don't idle like this. I see that you're idling. I'm not sure if it's on purpose. You probably want to go to Feudal Age. You're now making loom. But you probably should never idle in Dark Age to go up to Feudal Age. It's just not worth it. Like, if you're gonna be up late, you'll at least have a better economy than him. What is he going for? It's not really going. So I'll always have like a plan what you're gonna do in Feudal Age. I feel like your enemy here doesn't really have a good plan. Him being in Feudal Age isn't doing anything for him. He might as well be in Dark Age and making some more villagers, right? Now, if he's gonna make a stable now, then that will make sense. Feudal Age. Let's see what he does. Also, as Spanish on Nomad, the best thing you can do in, I think, 99% of the cases is to just go for a fast castle. So you go to Feudal Age a little bit later, so that when you get to Feudal Age, you just build a market, a blacksmith, and you go straight to Castle Age, and you make conquistadors. You drop a castle somewhere. If possible, you drop it on him, like here. But if you can't do that, if he has army or anything, you just do a defensive one. Then make conquistadors, and they're just a really strong unit in early Castle Age. Okay, I like that you keep making fishing ships. That's good. Now you're gonna run out of fishing ships here. So the way to make them, efficient is you make another dock somewhere else. Now don't make it too close. Don't make it here. Go way out, go like here, and do another dock. When you see that those fish get eaten, you can then go on, make another dock here, and so on. But you can only do that once you have like the control of the water. You should probably, now that you got the feudal age, instead of the fishing ship, there should be a fire galley to try and win the water, basically, so you know that your fish are safe. Because your enemy, instead of doing the fishing ships like he is, he could be making galleys and attacking you, right? Yeah, so you have a great economy here. I think you just drop a market, blacksmith, and you can go up the castle age. Let's see what you do. Making a few spearmen. Oh, that's not a bad idea. You can see what he's doing. He's also Frank, so he might be going for scouts. See what you see here. Yeah, not a lot. Use your spearman. Have him as a scout. Got any upgrades? No. You are making villagers. So if you're not going to Castle Age, make sure you upgrade your wood and your food. But if you go to Castle Age, then you can skip those. Go to Castle Age first and then make the upgrades. Let's see what he's making. He's not making any scouts. He doesn't really have the economy. Yeah, your enemy's economy is really, really bad. So when you look at the resources up here, you basically want to have them... Aha, you're making a market and blacksmith. That's nice. You basically want to have them at 0 all the time, right? Unless you're going to the next stage. Otherwise, they should be balanced. And if you look at his economy, it's really not balanced. He should be using that wood. You should probably, yeah, like he's doing right now, place some farms. Or make another dock and make some more fishing ships. So yeah, next time you play... I think, yeah, 2 things. Number 1, make the dock right away. And then in Feudal Age, make a fire galley or something, so you can secure your fishing ships. And don't just stand here with the fire. Go around and see where he has his dock. So you have the control, you know where he is. And yeah, your fishing ships are safe. And the other thing, just in Feudal Age, do a market and blacksmith right away, and go to Castle Age. And then you can drop like 8 vills on stone. So you'll have enough. Ooh, was that a quick wall? So you have enough to make a castle, basically. Okay, I'm gonna write those things down after we... I'm not gonna write them down. I'm gonna say it. At the end of the stream, of the video, I'm gonna tell you all the things that you can work on. See, are we up? We're up. We're making bloodlines. Huh. I guess you're gonna go for some knights instead. Also, can be a good idea. That said, Franks just have more advantages, I would say, when going for knights. So if you go for knights against knights, he's gonna have the free bloodlines. He's gonna have the free farm upgrades. So there's a couple of bonuses that he has. And that makes it a bit harder for you to win that fight. I would suggest, instead of knights, you do something else against Franks. Like conquistadors. Let me see how you react against this. I think here, like, you can see everything, right? Yeah, you can see. Actually, this is so close to the TC, you can shoot this. You should... So, you don't have to make a counter tower here. Now, counter tower isn't that big of a mistake. It's usually a good thing. But you're up to Castle Age, and he built the tower too close, so you could just garrison and kill the tower. That's one thing. The other thing, you can do a siege workshop and just take the tower down, because you're up to Castle Age, and he's not. Oh, he's causing you a lot of chaos, I see. Now I see why my tower rush was so successful. So yeah, once the tower is up, you have to move those villagers. All the villagers that are in range here, like from this wood here, just drop a lumber camp here. Yeah, see you're making knives, that's good. Do you have any upgrades? No. Since he has towers, you should probably make some armor so they don't die right away. Oh, but you're buying stuff. Like, you don't need to do that. Garrison your TC. The TC will shoot the tower down. Azilar makes himself a corner boy. Yes, a little bit. It does look like that. And don't be scared of militias. If he's making militias and they're not man-at-arms, you can actually fight them with the villagers. They die really quickly. Now, if they're man-at-arms, you should watch it a little bit, but they're not too bad. Also, you're up in Castle Age and he's not. You have 5 knights. 5 knights can kill so much army from Feudal Age. If you send them here, they're gonna take down the tower right away. You can kill all those. You can kill all of those. So always think when you have some army, this is even common in, I don't know, 1500 ELO. If you have army, think about, is this army doing anything here or can it be more useful somewhere else? Now here, it's not doing anything. You're walled, he can't attack you. So you might as well be attacking him and maybe you can get some damage, right? And actually in this case, you would probably win the game, kill all the vills here. Monastery, okay. Always a good idea when going knights so you can heal them up or convert the enemy knights as well. See if you find something. I like that you're attacking with those knights because you're not sure if you can get in anywhere else and you're using this knight to scout. Aha, now you found him. Now you... This is perfect. That was a great play by you. So you attack this house to try and get in, scout with another knight. Now you found something useful and you're gonna attack him. Perfect. Just fight this. And kill all of that. Alright, I wonder what your reaction is gonna be here to him going. I wish you didn't, like you need to go for those vills. Didn't leave them there. I just have a couple knights there. The others should be fighting here. Okay, this is good. This is... I wonder what your reaction is going to be to him making spearmen now. Because a lot of times people try to... They overreact, basically. And when you got knights, early Castle Age versus spearmen, it's not that bad. Even if it's pikemen. Monks can do a lot. Like, you can fight them, send back... You need to control them like this, and then you look back down here. Like, now I'm in capture, so I can't see it the way you do. But you see all the knights down here, and you see how much HP they have, and you click on the one with low HP, and you just send them back, and you heal him up. That's the one way you can do that. To fight the pikemen. The other way is to make a siege workshop and make some scorpions. You would be fighting with 2 types of units, and they're gonna do pretty great. Ooh, a castle. This castle, like, it looks dangerous, but it doesn't actually do that much. Like, you just have to move those villagers away to here. Or you might even... Nah, you're not gonna deny it, but you are killing a few bills. And the bell was rung. Nice. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, make sure you don't lose stuff like that for free. Like, you didn't need to lose anything here. You know the castle is up, you saw it, make sure you move those villagers. They don't die. Also, you've had those idle there for I don't know how many minutes. Probably like 10 minutes. Is there a... I think there was an idle... idle economy. Look at this. You have 3 hours and 35 minutes of idle economy. Compared to him, only 47. Which is also probably quite a lot. One tip I would suggest is have an idle villager button. I have it on... What is this button? Up on the caps lock. Above the caps lock. Is it... what's it called? Thumb? Like... Tab, 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 yeah. The tab button, I have that for idle villagers. And basically I press that every couple of seconds. Now I know what you're gonna say. I watched your games. You're such a noob. You have idle vills for a much longer time than 5 seconds. True, but I try to press it, okay? I have it in mind, but sometimes there's just too many things going on. Then has it on extra mouse button. Also, yeah, also a smart thing to do. So somewhere like you can click a lot. Basically, be clicking that all the time. That and the DC to make more villagers. Because as you see, you're idling a lot. Now, to take down a castle in Castle Age is pretty hard. The easiest way to do that is to basically go to Imp, make a castle yourself, and to trap him down. Which is one thing you could do. Ah, you made 10 vills now. So yeah, if I was in your skin right now, your position, I would go on stone. I would actually intentionally idle my TC a little bit, build a castle somewhere here, and go to Imp. You already have it on tab? Oh, Azalar is here. Or forget to spam it when too much stuff going on. Ah, I know. That happens to me as well. So you see all of your fishing ships are idle. So remember, make new docks when that happens. Those fishing ships can actually bring in a lot of food. Yeah, your enemy, he really likes those random town centers that aren't really on any resources. So always make a TC on something. That way you don't have to make a new mining camp. You don't have to make a new lumber camp. You save 100 resources. Plus you're gonna have villagers there, and you can, you know, let's say the TC is here. If you attack this with the knights, you're gonna kill all the vills. If the TC was here, you can just jump in. Just safer that way. Oh, you are on your way to him. That's good. But I wonder if you have a plan here. Like, what are you gonna go for when you get to him? I guess another thing you can go for is chemistry. The thing you make in the university, and then you can make bombard cannons. That's one way to go. But chemistry and everything takes time. A lot easier to just make a castle. And see, because you didn't make any fire ships, he's now taking control of the water. Plus he's making new docks. See, he's being efficient with it. That was good by him. Good reaction here. Try not to overreact. When you see pikemen really don't do much. They die right away to the TC. His knights are gonna die quite quickly as well, because he doesn't have the right upgrades on them. There, good job there. But yeah, I hate like this castle. How many? Already killed 8 of your villagers. It's just way too much. It might seem not that many, but it's something. And a few vills here, a few vills there, and it's a lot. Okay, we're in Imp. Ah, you are on stone now, so you do have the idea to make the castle. I like that. But yeah, so basically when you got to Imp, you should already have the castle. Try to think about that sooner. Plus you have a knight, you had the knights before. Try to scout the whole map. Maybe you can even make a scout because it's faster and sees more. And scout the whole map because the map control, seeing where stuff are, is really important. At this stage of the game, you can even use a villager and make some outposts all over the map. So you see, maybe he's on gold here. I don't know, maybe he's got some vills here and they're not defended. No, stuff like that. I think you got this game. You gonna lose this one? I don't think you can lose this one. You're way ahead. Once you get the castle up, I don't see how he defends against Trebs. Because he doesn't seem to be nearing Imperial Age. This is a great castle. I love it. Because it's close enough that if your traps... Let's say you make a castle here. If you go here with the traps, he can kill your traps with his knights, for example, right? Now, because you got a castle here, you're gonna have your traps right next to the castle, so he can't kill your traps, really. At least he can't kill them if you're ready to repair them with villagers. Traps right away. Perfect. That was great. Are you making villagers? You are. Good as well. I think this is time, like, you have the control. This is time now to make some more town centers. Like, you need 4 town centers probably and boom a bit more. And you do need some army along with your traps. Now, you do have a few monks, so you can do that and upgrade. See how many? You have 3 monks. I guess you can make a couple more. Maybe upgrade them. The other thing you can do is conquistadors. What is this? Supremacy? You're gonna get supremacy? This is... It can be a great tech, but not at this stage of the game. I don't think it's gonna save you from being raided. Plus, you don't have that many villagers. It would be much more useful to make... To just make conquistadors. 2 traps is enough. You're gonna take the castle down, then the DCs. And then you make conquistadors. You have some army to kill his army. Probably another castle somewhere here would be perfect. Some more map control. Ooh, he's going for a... This was a great play by him. So he knows you don't have any army. He just raided you. You didn't defend with anything, so he's thinking, you don't have any army. And he's gonna drop a really forward castle. This is a great castle. He just needs to bring his army along. But I love this castle by him. That said, you can now use those traps and just send them here. Take this castle down. Okay, I like the reaction. You're sending everything, trying to defend. Because he didn't have his knights, you actually denied the castle. That was good. Really good. Like, you're gonna lose those vills now, but... You denied that castle for a while. But when stuff like this is happening, I see you're probably like this, and you're just like... And it's not really helping. And when you look up here, you're not doing anything. So even though the fight is going on, click on your TC. Make some more vills. I don't know. Click on your castle, make some conquistadors, and then look back and fight again. Oh, this is actually perfect. The gate is just in front of the crabs defending them. You do have to repair that. Oh no. You let him in. No. Okay. I think you might be fine. We get some conversions. We're great. What? We're doing great. Ooh, we don't have the pop advantage anymore. Yeah, I guess you lost like 10 villagers here. Nice walls here. I like that. I would, however, add some more TCs. Get another castle somewhere. And I would not make any knights. You just got conquistadors that are just better in this case. Conquistadors are quite nice at fighting against knights. They're not great. They don't do well against paladin. But they against Castle Age knights they do great. Because once you have like 10 of them, they're gonna one-shot the knights. So you just hit, run, hit, run. Oh, and he resigned. GG. All right. Let's let's give Azlor some tips. And let's go from the beginning. So number 1 tip, make a dock with 1 villager and make the TC with 2 villagers. And then try to make fishing ships while making villagers. So don't have too many on food, just enough to keep producing those, but also have enough on wood to keep producing fishing ships. If you're what next? What's next? If you're Spanish, most of the time you should go for fast castle and drop a castle. Before you do that, in Dark Age, use 1 villager and scout around. Find some boars, find stones so you can drop that castle. And if needed, you can do a little bit of walling like you did this game. This was good. Once you get to Feudal Age or Castle Age, make a couple of fire galleys and defend your fishing ships. And instead of doing this, I see that you made some fish traps. So fish traps are quite expensive. They cost 100 wood. And also the enemy might kill him. There's a lot of fish on this map. Just make a new dock somewhere else. Like make a dock here, make a dock there. And once they're done here, the fishing ships move here and so on. They can be efficient for quite a long time. They can last until Imp. Then in Imperial Age, you can do fish traps, but I wouldn't suggest them on Nomad because it can be a bit dangerous. So I suggest you then just, while you're in Castle Age, you don't do more fishing ships, but rather start making farms. So when the fishing ships stop working, you have farms working for you. What else? Make conquistadors, not knights, if that's an option. Because conquistadors are a great Castle Age unit. Keep clicking the idle TC and idle villager button and the TC button so you keep producing, because you have a lot of idle time, as you see here. Like 6 hours compared to 50 minutes of your enemy. What else? Any other ideas, guys, that he could work on? Oh, I just noticed now, you don't have any upgrades. Make sure you get the economy upgrades. You definitely need the wood upgrade. And by now, when you're in Imp, you should have wheelbarrow and handcart. So make sure you get those. I'd like, as Bielo says, I'd like to give a plus point for the castle placement. Yeah, the castle placement was great. And yeah, he was basically stuck in his base with the castle here. One last thing. When you're fighting somewhere, like you were fighting here, or when you were fighting here, try not to use all your focus on that. The units are going to be fighting, if you look at them or not. Click the TC, make vills. Click the castle, make some more units. Look back, fight a little bit for 2 seconds. Then look somewhere else. I don't know, make a farm. Look back. You have to jump between tasks, basically. Don't focus all your attention to just one thing at a time. All right. That's it. That was episode number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope Azlor learned something. And if you want to be in the next episode, you know what to do. Jump into Discord and post your record game. If you want to get priority, you can subscribe on Twitch or you can become a member on YouTube. Also another option. All right. GG.